Guys, how you doing? David Tan, Wise Owl Property Training, and today I'm going to share with you what you need to get started with property investing. I think this is a really simple question to answer, and you might be surprised by what I'm about to tell you. It's a very bold statement, I know, so wait for it, but you don't actually need anything to get started in property investment. Well, nothing tangible anyway. Mindset here is absolutely the key. What you need is willpower, determination, and drive. You don't need a huge pile of cash, and you don't need experience in investing, refurbishing, or even simply knowing what a good investment is. Now, if you're shocked by that statement, let me explain. Cash, experience, and knowing what to look for are the three things that will put almost every aspiring investor off. Not having one of those three things will almost certainly prevent the journey from beginning. But believe us when we tell you now that not having all three or even any of those three things should not put any of you off. Yes, we are going to need cash at some point to buy a property. We are, of course, going to want to buy the right kind of property, so we are going to need to know what and how to look for property. We are going to need to know the process of buying, the rules, regulations, tax implications, mortgage types, strategies, etc. We may even want to refurbish or manage the property after we've bought it, so we will need to understand those concepts too. But this video is entitled, What Do You Need to Get Started in Property Investing? Not How to Get Started in Property Investing, which incidentally is another video altogether, and luckily for you, we have got covered in another video from this series. So to get started in property investing, we only need one thing, right? Mindset. The will to start. Everything else, including money, can be gained on our journey from sources that will eventually make up our power team. If you have the will or desire and a mindset that hinges around action and determination and not the overly pushed blindsided positivity, then you have the way. You need to understand the industry, of course, so there are many good articles, blogs, books out there that explain the industry from certain aspects to the entire journey, including my very own book, the 123 on Property Investing, which will walk you through every aspect of the industry almost step by step. So once you finish with that, you are in a much clearer position to understanding property investment on the whole. Yes, you're going to need to understand mortgages, or at least the principles of mortgages, so that's why we have brokers. And again, there are many good articles and books that you can read or listen to before approaching a broker in case you want some underpinning knowledge before you chat with them. You're definitely going to need to understand the business side, including the tax implications and, crucially, company structure, so that's why we have accountants. Their advice is invaluable, and we strongly suggest that you speak with one very early on in your journey. You're going to need to understand what makes a good property and what constitutes a bad one. Okay, so that's when you may be at a point where you need to take some training, or you can read some more. Again, there are articles, videos and books all proving great sources of information, as well as networking where you can meet other investors, pick their brains and talk to them. It is a very open industry where people love to share information with one another. So head down to your local networking meeting, keep an open mind and take what you need. Right, so you've read the books, watched the demonstrations, you've taken some training, your accountant, broker and maybe even your solicitor are all on board. What's next? Okay, so you're now at a point where you're probably wanting to buy some property. This is the big one. You don't have any cash. What a waste of time, right? What's the point in educating yourself, becoming an expert in searching for property, understanding a good deal from a bad one if you don't have any cash? Well, if you're new to property investing, then you are forgiven here. But the best kept secret from non-investors is that there are many avenues for obtaining cash to purchase property with. You can joint venture, which is joint venturing. You can use angel funding. You can use bridging loans. You can do rent-to-rents, do purchase lease options, and many other imaginative ways to control and benefit from the profit a property generates. All of these options mean that you need either very little or in some cases no cash at all to get your portfolio off the ground. These processes are very simple but a little too long-winded to cover in a video, so get your laptop out and do some research. And remember, all you need to get started with property investing is the will to do so. Everything else, including cash, can be gotten along the way. Now just remember guys, talk without action is purely ego. So thanks for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, then please hit the subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification buttons below. If you have any questions about this video or any other questions about property investment on the whole, then please do get in touch with us at wiseowlpropertytraining.com. Check out my books on Amazon, Audible and iTunes. Feel free to click the thumbs up and leave us a nice message, and don't forget to share the video with anyone you think it might help. Thanks again for watching guys, and we hope to see you again real soon.